Hi entrepreneurs, it's Sam Day here from DeyTips.com, and in this video I'm sharing some tips to help you to easily sell products from your own website. Now I know selling products on your own website can seem like a daunting task. Maybe you've been selling on third-party platforms, or maybe you have a product in mind that you want to sell, but the whole process of setting up your website is kind of confusing to you and you don't know where to start. You don't even know if you're going to make any money. Well, in this video, I'm going to break down some of the marketing fundamentals that you should keep in mind to help you to sell your products successfully. Now, my first tip is to actually start on the third-party platforms. What do I mean by this? Platforms such as Amazon, such as eBay, they allow you to actually list your products and actually start generating sales. So I recommend going through this process before setting up your own e-commerce website. And even before you start selling on those platforms, you should be using those platforms as market research platforms to see what products are hot selling, what products are in demand, what are some of the top sellers on those platforms, so you know what product to bring to market. You don't just want to research what products are actually selling well, but you also want to research how many sellers there are selling the type of products that you plan to bring to market. Now, if the market is just way oversaturated, then it might be difficult for you to penetrate that market and really gain success selling that product either on the third-party platforms and even on your website as well. So you want to keep that in mind. What you might notice, however, is that a certain product or a certain thing online is highly in demand, and maybe there's a lot of sellers selling that on Amazon and eBay, but maybe there's not a lot of websites selling it when you're doing your search on Google. So I would also recommend searching through Google as well and seeing if there's any specific websites selling the product that you intend to bring to market, because this could potentially be a gap in the market as well. Now, another research method that I personally used to use was dropshipping. Now, dropshipping is normally kind of showcased as a business model, and that is basically when you don't possess any of the stock that you are listing online. So let's say, for example, you find a dropship supplier and they sell phones, for example, and you don't have any of those phones, but you list those phones on Amazon or on eBay or on your own website even. And then when someone makes a purchase, they obviously go through your website and they leave their details in terms of the shipping information. And then what you then go and do is you purchase that product from the dropship supplier at a cheaper rate. And instead of putting your address, you put the address of the person who has bought from you, so it would get drop shipped directly to them. Now, obviously, this is a great way to make money, and I don't necessarily teach it as a business model, but if you are going to do it, you might want to consider doing it on a smaller scale as market research. So if there's a product or a product range that you plan on bringing to market, but you don't know how well it's going to sell yet, you might not want to risk loads of upfront money in terms of, buying that product at a wholesale price and having that product in your inventory. You might even have a storage facility or something like that, and that can be a big expense to you. You might want to drop ship that product at first just to see what the demand of that product is. Or if you can't drop ship the product, you might want to just get a sample amount of that product so that you can start seeing if it will actually sell. Can you sell the 10 or the 15 that you have in stock, rather than buying a whole big bunch of this product and it might just rot away in your inventory. My second tip when you do start to launch your own e-commerce website is to choose the right platform. So there are so many different platforms out there that you can utilize to help create your e-commerce website. You have Shopify, you have WooCommerce, you have BigCommerce, you even have Squarespace and Wix, who are competitors in this niche as well. Now, I often get asked, Sam, what is the best platform out there? And to kind of put a dampener on this, there is no such thing as the best platform, but there is such thing as the best platform for you. What you don't want is to be creating a website that you just don't understand. If, for example, you're not really a technical person, then having a WordPress website could do more harm than good for your e-commerce business. You want to make sure you're utilizing the best platform that you can still use. So WordPress technically is one of the better platforms because of all of the different functions and the plugins that you can have with it. Shopify is also extremely good as well for similar reasons. You can have loads of apps attached to it, and Shopify is specific for e-commerce sellers as well. So a lot of your needs are already taken care of within the Shopify platform. So arguably Shopify is probably number one for e-commerce. WordPress maybe a close second as well. But it doesn't mean that you can't have a successful e-commerce business with a Squarespace website, with a Wix website. But it does mean that you want to use the platform that feels easiest for you to use, because chances are if you are comfortable using the platform, then it's going to be easier for you to make sales through it too. But once you choose upon a platform, you want to make sure that you perform search engine optimization effectively for your new e-commerce website. So I've done a ton of videos on search engine optimization, and I'll leave my playlist on SEO in the description down below. So make sure you go and have a look at that if you haven't already. But SEO is the art of being able to rank your products in the natural search engines in Google. So once you create your e-commerce website, you need to figure out what keywords are people typing in to potentially find my product on my website, and are you utilizing those keywords in the right places on your e-commerce store. Now, there's two different types of main keywords you want to keep in mind when creating your e-commerce website. The first is buying intent keywords. So as the title suggests, these are keywords that people use when they intend on making a purchase. So let's say, for example, you sell red hats on your website. If your keyword is red hats and someone is typing in red hat for sale, then that's probably a buying intent keyword. People who are searching for that are looking for a red hat to buy. If someone is searching something like best red hats to wear during winter, they're not necessarily in the ready to buy mindset. That person is looking for more content, and you can still optimize your site for these pieces of content. These are more long tail keywords, and you might create a blog and attach that to your e-commerce website. This kind of creates opportunities for you to rank and search for many different keywords. And even though these people might not be ready to buy, you can still attract them to your website with these keywords, and you can retarget them later on down the line, because when you're doing like your paid ads, for example, you can retarget the website traffic that has visited your website in the past. So this could be a great tactic. You can also do things like email marketing, get people on your email list after reading one of your blog articles. So making sure that you're ranking for both buying intent keywords and also content-based keywords can be a really great strategy to drive traffic to your website. Thirdly, you want to think about how your funnel looks with regards to your products online. So you want to make sure that you're not just generating sales from your e-commerce website, but you're actually cultivating a customer base. So there's a difference between making a sale and generating a new customer. A sale is when someone comes to your new product-based website and buys from you. But a customer is someone who purchases every week, or maybe every month, or every quarter, or even once a year. But basically someone who doesn't just buy once, but you retain that person and then they now buy from you on a consistent basis. This will be your customer base, and this is how you grow a long-lasting, successful e-commerce business. So some of the things that you can do to ensure that you get customers not just buying once, but buying again and again and again, include having an email list. So I speak about email marketing all of the time on this YouTube channel. It is super important. If you have an e-commerce website and you're selling products through your website and you're not cultivating an email list, then simply you're missing out on a huge opportunity and you're leaving so much money on the table. I will leave my email marketing playlist in the description down below, so make sure you go and catch up on those videos and get yourself set up with email marketing. This is why it's super important to be niche focused when creating your own e-commerce website, because let's say you're selling red hats on your website, but you also have blue hats and green hats and purple hats. Someone who is interested in buying hats, if they have bought one hat from you, then they are likely to buy another hat from you. But if your website is too all over the place and you're selling red hats, but you're also selling accessories for mobile phones, if someone buys a red hat from you and they're on your email list, they're unlikely to buy your other products if it's not extremely related to the product that they already bought from you. So make sure you are niche focused so that the people who buy one product on your website may also be interested in the other products that you have on your site as well. So as well as this, you want to make sure that you have some sort of content marketing plan attached to your e-commerce website to help you to drive free visitors back to your website. So you can be doing content marketing with regards to blogging, as I've mentioned. So choosing content rich keywords and optimizing your blog for those particular keywords and attracting people through the search engines. But you can also be doing content marketing on social media. So think about who the target customer is for the products that are on your website. If you are targeting entrepreneurs, if you're targeting business women, if you're targeting men, for example, who are interested in a particular sport, then what type of content would either bring them value, would bring them entertainment, or will educate them? So you want to make sure you're hitting one of those 3 pillars of quality content, and also figure out what platform is your potential customer spending their time online. So think about who it is that's going to buy your products. Are they spending their time on TikTok? Are they a younger demographic? Are they spending their time watching YouTube videos? And if so, what type of content on YouTube? Are they spending their time on Instagram? Maybe they're in their mid-30s or younger. Are they spending their time on Facebook? Maybe they're 35 plus. You want to be thinking about who it is that is likely to buy the products that are on your website, and then think about what platforms are they likely to be spending their time on, and what content can you create on those platforms that will help to attract an audience. So let's say, for example, you are selling products on your website to people who are over 50 who want to keep fit. So you might want to create a content plan for Facebook where you're creating content that educates, entertains, and inspires people who are over the age of 50 and trying to keep fit. This might be a daily fitness video that you put out, and you can also use that video as a way to promote your website as well. So obviously the content that you're putting out will be beneficial to people who are in their 50s and trying to keep fit. And as a result, they're likely to be engaged in the content that you're putting out, and that's a great way to market your products. So as well as creating this free content, you may also want to drive paid traffic to your website as well. And a really great way to do this with regards to selling products online is influencer marketing. So you might again notice that your audience are on a particular platform, and maybe they're following particular influencers, whether that be micro influencers or bigger influencers. Now, a lot of influencers on social media actually do paid sponsorships. So you might want to contact these influencers who have the attention of your target customer. You don't want to just work with any old influencer, but you want to work with influencers who you know have the attention of the people who are most likely to buy your product or service. That's why it's really important to maybe narrow down and focus on influencers who have a niche related following, and this can help you to get better results. So you want to contact these influencers and see how much they charge for a sponsored post, and this can be a great way for you not only to drive sales back to your website, but also to increase your following as well, as some of those influencers' followers are likely to now go and follow your page as well. If you run some sort of competition or some sort of special offer and you collaborate with those influencers in an organic way, this can really help to boost your online sales. Now, I also speak about other forms of paid traffic that you can utilize to your e-commerce website, and I'll leave some links to some really important videos in the description down below. But whatever platform you are using for paid traffic, whether that be Facebook or Google or YouTube ads, you want to make sure that you are kind of utilizing your existing audience. So if you're already getting visitors to your website, or you already have an email list, or you already have a following somewhere on the internet, whether that be on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, you can use that audience to your advantage when doing paid ads by creating a custom audience with those people in that audience and promoting your ad to those people. And those people are more likely to respond to your ad because they are already familiar with your brand. Now, you can also create lookalike or similar audiences, and this is based off of the audience that you've already cultivated. So I go into more details about that in my other paid marketing videos, so make sure you go and check some of those videos out. And lastly, I've mentioned email marketing before, but you don't just want to have an email list. You want to make sure that you are cultivating that email list and sending out emails to your list at least once a month, if not more if you can. But your email list is likely to be your biggest asset as an e-commerce business. So make sure you're nurturing it and make sure you're learning how to actually not just build, but cultivate and make sure that your email list subscribers stay engaged and stay customers of your business and keep on purchasing. And one way to stay on top of all of this is to download the formula. This is my free guide to generating leads and sales online. As you can see, there's a copy next to me. I'll also leave a copy in the description and somewhere on this screen. So make sure you click through and go and download that. Is completely free. Also, if you have any comments or questions, then do let me know in the comment section down below. I love to help you guys out as much as I can. But I really do hope that this video brought you value, and if it did, then please click the like button down below and make sure you share this video with a friend. If you have any additional questions or comments, then leave them for me in the comment section. But until next time, watch some of my other great videos. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more awesome business related content. Have a great day. Make sure you download the formula, and I will see you soon.